Hey coaches, thank you for purchasing this product. I'm going to walk you through the skills you need to work on these different templates. The first thing I want to show you is how to copy in a logo. So whether you decide to get a sponsorship and you get a company to pay, 250 bucks or 500 bucks or 1,000 bucks, whatever it is, to be featured onto your game day graphics. It could be that as far as uploading a logo, or it could just be uploading the logo of your program or the opponent, or a Nike logo, Under Armour, or your state federation. It's very simple. All you've got to do is go to like a search engine. So right here, I'm going to say that this is a company in our area right here. I'm going to say they're our sponsor. They've given us, let's say they're one of our 4 or 5 sponsors on the year, and I want to put their logo onto my graphics. So what I'm going to do in one tab is have Canva open. In another, I'm going to find the logo of the company, and I'm just going to simply copy image, go over to a template, make sure I'm tapped on the template, hit Command V, and then paste in the company logo just like that. And then I can move it around like this, however I want. Obviously, I'd want to find a good place to put it, but you can put a sponsor, company sponsor on there. You can also, if you don't want to copy and paste, you can also go to Uploads, and then you would go to Upload Media right here, and then you would just have to find the file location of that logo. But I think it's just easier to copy and paste into there. And then what you can also do is you can just, if you have your screen open, you can just drag a logo from your desktop home screen, drag it onto the surface, and then the logo will be dragged into and uploaded into Canva. So that's the way that you upload logos. One thing that you need to be aware of is that if you upload a logo that has a background, so for example, let's say I'm adding this Nike logo, but it has this orange background, and I want to go copy image, go into Canva, and paste this logo. Now it has all that orange around it. And there's a couple ways around this, but one of the easiest ways is to just go, whenever you're using a search engine, if you type in PNG, that will oftentimes give you a logo or an image without the background. So you can see this checkerboard style behind the Nike swoosh. That means there's no background behind it, and you're only going to get the Nike logo. So now I'm going back into here. Now if I go Command V and paste it, now all I have is the Nike logo. And then from there, if you want to add a team logo of your opponent, you would do the same thing. So you could go, let's just look up high school logo and see what comes up. Yeah, so let's say you're playing this school right here, looks like Marquette High School. You could get their logo, go to copy image, go into Canva, and then you can paste it from there. And this right here leads us into a different way to remove the background, which is background remover. So I'm going to click on this logo right here. I'm going to go over to, I'm going to tap on it again, edit image right there. Then I'm going to go to background remover right here. And what it's doing now is automatically removing the background. You'll see it's probably going to remove some of the white that is within the logo. You'll see here in a second. So it basically just took out all the white. Now I don't want the middle of the logo to be transparent, but I do want like this part that had the white color, and on the outside I wanted that away. So what I've got to do now is go to Restore, click on Restore, and now all I've got to do is click Restore, and now I'm just clicking and dragging on the inside of this logo so that it restores the white on the inside. And I'm not going to waste your time, but what I would do is I'd go around all of this. I could reduce the brush size and then also zoom in so that I could get little corners like this. And I would just keep doing that. And it would only take me a couple more seconds, but I don't want to waste your time. So that would be the other way to adjust your logos or whatever you upload into it. Okay, so we've talked about uploading logos with copy and paste. You can use a PNG and you can also do the background remover. Then from there, once you learn how to get logos in, it's pretty simple. You can just go into different text stuff and change the times and things like that. So let's say the girls are actually at 3. Very simply, just backspace 3. Let's say the boys are at 4:30. Then you would just do 4:30. Let's say you also wanted to add a date. So you just double tap in here, hit enter, and let's say the game's on January 3rd, January 3, whatever you want. Then you could just add it like that. Now another thing that I'll do is we'll talk about how to change the color of the text and then how to make an image like this where you have the player in a black and white background. So right here, this text right here, like let's say you can see it has a gold outline on it. So if you want to change the gold outline, it's very simple. You go to text color up here. Let's say your team is red. Then you would just click red, and now you see it has the red outline. If you wanted to change the color within the text, you would just go effects up here, and I have the splice effect on it. You'd hit the color, and then you could go black. So that's just a simple way to change the color. Now what I'll show you is how I got an image where I have a player like this who the image maintains its color against a black and white background. So I'm going to go duplicate page right here and just create a blank template like that. I'm going to go to uploads. This is where I have previously uploaded images of players. I'll just use this one right here as an example. One of our players we had a couple years ago. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 images. So what I did was I just clicked on this guy. You can right click, or sorry, I just went Command C is copy, Command V is paste. So I just went copy and paste. Now on the left, I'm going to make this one black and white. So I'm clicked on this image right here. And I can go edit image and I can turn down the saturation all the way to take the color out. I can also do different filters. So I can do like a street filter, grayscale, rosy. You can see those are kind of adding some color to it. But once you click on one of these filters, you can also change the intensity of it. So you can use whatever filter you want. But for now, I'm just going to use this black and white filter. So I've got that black and white filter. Now what I'm going to do is take the other image. I'm just going to crop it down some. I'm going to go to Edit Image, Background Remover, and now it's removing the background. Now you can see I've got that image of the player against the black and white background. So very simple. Now I've got him in color and the rest is in black and white. Now for this image right here, I'm going to backspace. I'm going to delete the image of this player in this photo. So now what you have in this template is you would be able to go in and change the color of this text using this. You could upload your logos, and I'm going to show you how to do the shadow effect next. But what you would do from here is you can drag in the black and white background into this image, go to position, to back. Now you sent this black and white image to the very back. You're going to drag it so that it covers up the whole screen. Now you're going to drag the front image in. Increase the size of this guy where it gets matched up. Looks pretty good there. Now you can see he's in front of the game day text and we want him behind it, so we're going to make sure we're clicked onto the player itself. Hit to back. Sorry, not to back. I sent him behind everything. Let me bring him to the front again. Or you can just go forward. This is just the panel, the position panel. You move them behind or in front of different items on the image. So let's say I had him all the way in the front. I would just go, to front. I would go backward, backward, backward. Now he's behind the game day text. And now I've got my player contrasted against a black and white background. Now for the logos, with the shadows, you can see this logo has a shadow, this logo has a shadow as well. That's very simple. I'm going to use a blank canvas to show you how to do that. Let's just use the Duke logo. All right, so the Duke logo, this is your program's logo. Let's say I brought that in. I would go Edit Image. I would go to Shadow feature right here. And now it's uploading, and there's going to be different types of shadows, but we can just use a drop shadow. And then once you click on whatever type of shadow you want, you can click on the levers again, and then this will change the offset, the angle of the shadow, transparency of it, the blur. Then you can also change the color of the shadow. So like obviously there's a blue shadow, green shadow, however you want. But that's how you add a shadow effect. Pretty simple there. All right. Trying to think what else here that is unique. The other thing here is these logos right here, this is probably the most amount of work that you have to do, but you can see I put our small Wolverine logos in the back, and all I did, I'm going to start with a blank canvas again. So here's what I did. I started with a single logo of our program on a blank canvas, and then I reduced its size and I put its transparency. So right here I'm clicked on the logo. I had the transparency set at 14. So let me click on this guy, go to transparency, set it to 14. And from here, I just copied and pasted that guy like this. Then I highlighted two of them, copied and pasted them like this, highlighted 4, copy and pasted, and I'm using Command C and Command V to copy and paste. And I copied and pasted those guys like that. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go Command C, Command V. Now I'm just going to offset it slightly to the left. And from there, I'll copy and paste it again. And then I'll do it one more time here at the bottom, drag it all the way down to the bottom. And now I've got the background that I want. Now one thing you'll also see is there's a blue bottom and a gold top to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the canvas like this. You can see it's highlighted in that light blue all the way around. I'm going to change the color to, let's say, a blue. And another good feature is whenever you're trying to change the color of something, you can go down to photo colors right here, and whatever logo you've uploaded into your entire project, it shows the different colors that correspond with the logo. So if you want to get the exact tint of blue that is involved with this Wolverine logo, you just go click on the canvas again, and then you would go over to photo colors and find that blue. Now to add the gold top, I'm going to go Elements over here. I'm going to drag in a gold square and make sure the bottom is halfway up. Drag it all the way across. I'm going to go Position to Back. Now I'm going to change the color to the gold of my logo, and then I've got that right there. So then from there, you could just copy and paste over stuff into your template, into this template using your own logo. All right. Then from there, I think that is really the only tools you'll need. And the best way to do it is to just practice and get familiar with the Elements tab, the Text tab, and then just learning that once you click on a text, for example, up here is where you have all your different features of alignment, spacing, color, text size, the font. effects to the text. And then once you click on a logo or an image, you have your Edit Image tab up here. And then from there, the best thing to do is just play around with the different types of applications that it has on it, like the frames, smart mockups, slice feature, color mix, all this type of stuff. Just play around with it. You can also do this. Just type in basketball game day graphics into a search engine, go to images. Then from here, what I would do is I would just look at different game day graphics and see if you can create similar styles. I think that's the best way to practice. So that's basically all you need to know. Hopefully this helps, and again, the best way to learn it is to just practice. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoy these.